All right, guys, we're going to go over the ATG split squat today. This was coined from the knee over toes guy, and we're not going to get into that debate today. I'm just going to show you what this movement looks like. So at its simplest, if we're just using it more as a mobility drill or we're cueing some movements, I'll show you from this angle is we're just going to get into this nice wide stance. We can play with the depth here depending on where your mobility at is in this hip and what you got in this front ankle. But I want it to look like this where we're staying nice and upright. I want the heel to stay on the ground on the front side here, and I want ultimately it's okay, especially if we lose our balance, if the knee hits the ground, but I want it to stay nice and upright. I don't really want you going down and taking a rest at the bottom here. The point is to make this an active exercise, so typically I'm using this as a progression from maybe a little bit more simple mobility, and we're programming this into a workout while we work on some of the same mobility or cues that we're doing somewhere else or earlier in a plan. And so the nice thing about this movement is we can go ahead and progress this with weight pretty easily. So if we take this kettlebell here, we could take a barbell in the front and the back, hold dumbbells, kettlebells on the sides, doesn't matter. But I'll show you at an angle. If we're just here, what I want to happen is pelvis just comes forward. I don't want back arching here. We're gonna lose what I'm trying to do at the back of this, or the front of this back hip. And I just wanna stay nice and upright. We can hold the bottom here. Sometimes we'll cue what's happening at the front foot, especially if we're working on more foot ankle stuff with someone, and we may really try to think about loading the ankle into dorsiflexion or allowing some pronation to happen. And then I wanna think about pushing through the front foot to come up out of this position rather than cheating with the back leg a lot. And that is the ATG split squat. Give it a try.